In February 2013, a short, silent security video appeared online. It showed a young woman alone inside an elevator. She stepped in, pressed several buttons, then suddenly froze. She leaned out of the elevator, looked down the hallway, stepped back inside, then hid in the corner. Her movements were strange, jerky, unnatural. She waved her hands in the air as if talking to someone who wasn't there. Then she stepped out of the elevator and vanished. The woman in the video was Elisa Lam. At the time the footage was released, she had already been missing for nearly 3 weeks. Days later, her body would be found in a place no one expected, a place that raised more questions than answers. This is not just a story of a disappearance. It is a story about fear, coincidence, mental illness, internet speculation, and a mystery that still divides people more than a decade later. This is the Elisa Lam case. Elisa Lam was born on April 30, 1991 in Vancouver, Canada. She was the daughter of Chinese immigrants and grew up in a loving, supportive household. Friends described her as intelligent, kind, and creative. Elisa was also a student studying psychology at the University of British Columbia. She enjoyed books, fashion, photography, and writing. Online, Elisa was very active. She kept multiple blogs where she openly talked about her life, her struggles, and her thoughts. One thing Elisa never hid was her battle with bipolar disorder. She wrote honestly about her depressive episodes and manic phases. Despite these challenges, she was determined to live independently and experience the world. In early 2013, Elisa decided to take a solo trip down the west coast of the United States. It was something she had always wanted to do. Her parents were hesitant, but Elisa reassures them and promised to call every day. Elisa arrived in Los Angeles in late January 2013. She planned to visit San Diego, Los Angeles, Santa Cruz, and San Francisco. Her final stop was Los Angeles. There, she checked into the Cecil Hotel on Main Street. At first glance, the hotel seemed affordable and historic. But the Cecil Hotel had a dark reputation. Over the decades, it had been linked to suicides, violent crimes, and long-term residents struggling with addiction and mental illness. Elisa was initially placed in a shared hostel-style room. But within days, her roommates complained about her behavior. They said Elisa was acting strangely, leaving notes under beds and locking the door. Hotel staff moved her to a private room. Despite this, Elisa continued to contact her parents daily, until one day she didn't. On January 31, 2013, Elisa failed to check out. Her parents immediately contacted the Los Angeles Police Department. Elisa was officially reported missing. Police launched a search of the Cecil Hotel. They searched Elisa's room. Nothing appeared disturbed. Her belongings were still inside. Sniffer dogs were brought in, and they traced her scent to a window, and then it stopped. The rooftop was searched, so were the fire escapes. Nothing. Days passed. The story gained media attention. Flyers were posted, hotel guests were interviewed, but Elisa Lam seemed to have vanished into thin air. Then, on February 14, 2013, police released a video. They hoped the public could help identify Elisa's last movements. Instead, they unleashed one of the most disturbing viral mysteries of the internet age. The footage was time-stamped February 1, 2013. It showed Elisa inside one of the hotel elevators. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then things became unsettling. Elisa pressed multiple buttons. She stepped into the hallway and looked left and right. She backed away suddenly, as if startled. She hid against the wall. Her hands moved in strange patterns. She appeared to be talking, but no one was there. Then she calmly walked away. The elevator doors never closed. The video spread rapidly online. People slowed it down, zoomed in, enhanced the audio. Some believed she was being chased. Others thought she was possessed. Conspiracy theories exploded, but no one knew the truth. On February 19, 2013, hotel guests began complaining. The water pressure was low. The water tasted strange. It appeared dark and discolored. A maintenance worker was sent to the rooftop. He climbed a ladder to inspect the water tanks. There were 4 tanks, and he opened one of them. Inside, he found Elisa Lam's body. She was naked. Her clothes were floating beside her. The city was horrified. The internet erupted. How did she get there? How did she climb the roof? How did she open the tank? And how did no one notice? The autopsy results came weeks later. The cause of death was ruled an accidental drowning. No signs of physical trauma, no sexual assault, no drugs or alcohol in her system. Toxicology revealed her prescribed medications were either absent or present at low levels. These raised questions. Had Elisa stopped taking her medication? Doctors explained that stopping bipolar medication suddenly can cause severe manic episodes, including hallucinations, disorientation, and paranoia. Authorities concluded that Elisa experienced a manic episode. She accessed the roof through a fire escape. She climbed into the water tank. Once inside, he was unable to get out. Her clothes were removed because people experiencing hypothermia sometimes undressed. The elevator behavior was attributed to mania. Case closed. But for many, this explanation wasn't enough. There are also questions that won't go away. Witnesses claimed that the tank lead was closed. The hotel later said it was open. Staff said the roof alarms were often disabled. And also, why was the elevator video edited? Why was the timestamp missing? Why did the elevator not move? Every answer seemed to create another question. There are also many internet theories. Some believe Elisa was murdered. Others pointed to paranormal explanations. One theory linked the case to a tuberculosis outbreak. Another connected it to a dead metal musician staying at the hotel years earlier. None of these theories were supported by evidence, but the internet had already decided. The elevator video will never stop hunting those who see it, but behind the mystery was a real person, not a symbol, not a theory, not a headline. Elisa Lam was a daughter, a student, a young woman trying to understand her own mind. Sometimes the truth is not hidden by conspiracies. Sometimes it is hidden by discomfort, because accepting reality means admitting how fragile we all are. This case may be closed, but the silence it left behind still echoes. Thank you for watching the video, and if you want more contents like these, please consider subscribing.